Hey guys, Carlos Robles from Immortals Inc. podcast here. I got Mikey again on the keyboard, and
As
today
always,
we have John Dunn.
Hey guys, good
It's
to
not
see
like
you.
today we have John Dunn. He's here all the time. We just
Yeah.
happen
I mean,
to
I
all
try
be-
not to be, but
Well, we're all here today
he
for some
forces
reason.
him to be here.
John had a question, and I thought it was a pretty good question. I thought maybe we could talk about it online or on our podcast. What do we do? This YouTube channel?
Yeah, you don't even know where we put these videos out, really? What
Listen.
what an active store owner.
Listen.
so past month or so, there has been a lot of stuff going on with people talking about the open game license, what Wizards is going to do with it, what it means for publishers, what it means for freelancers, what it means for writing opportunities, what it means for people who write games and sell stuff. And it can mean a whole lot, right? It's going to change the landscape if the changes that have been talked about come through. And we've seen the initial rumors. We saw the revised proposed playtest draft that Wizards has released. And then we've got other companies talking about their own versions of the game licenses. Even today, as we're recording this, Paizo just announced that they've sold through an 8-month supply of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition core rulebook in 2 weeks. So the landscape's changing real fast. And what's accurate today may not be accurate tomorrow. But in that context, I looked at Carlos and said, so what's this mean for the store? And he said,
Nothing.
okay, good.
Nothing. End of video.
End of video.
Subscribe. No, I'm kidding.
So
Subscribe,
if you're
though.
asking me what this means for the store, let me ask you this. Once again, these are my opinions, and I play a lot of devil's advocate, so don't take this as fact. Opinion, devil's advocate.
Opinion.
And I need you to put what devil's advocate means at the bottom, okay? Just so I don't get yelled at. Who does this affect the most by the change in this rules? Does it affect the players, the writers, the consumers?
Well, there's a lot of rumors going around, right?
As of right now, what do you see?
But from what Wizards has said, it affects both publishers and consumers, because consumers are potentially looking at primarily being able to get D&D rules from D&D Beyond instead of in print. We're also looking at consumers not being able to have access to as much fan-generated content as there is, or as much third-party generated content as there has been. We're also looking at a very strong potential of the fan base being diversified, getting possibly back into a situation like we had during 4th edition D&D, where players were playing other games, meaning that when you sat down to play an RPG, it wasn't necessarily going to be Dungeons & Dragons. It might be Pathfinder or another offshoot, like some of the other games I talk about when we do reviews here.
As a store owner, I think it will only affect me if I don't pay attention to what people want, like always. If people want the D&D game, like we still stock it, we still sell it out, I've had to restock it, and I don't have it, they're not going to buy or come. Now, if they want the alternative game, like you said, Pathfinder sold out, I've sold out. My distributors have sold out. I'm still waiting, so that tells me I should probably get some Pathfinder, right?
Sure.
And I can't see them just saying you're only going to have it online, because I think you can get the rules online anyway, right?
Yeah, D&D
Yeah.
Beyond's a thing. They're changing there's a lot of talk about how they're going to change the way that works.
See, I was worried the first thing when I saw where like character generation was automatically done on online, like whatever years ago, whenever that was done. And I was like, oh, that could be a problem. But I still sell character sheets. I still sell the core rule books. People still like sitting down and doing it themselves. Did the demand go down? I don't know. I couldn't tell you that from when that happened to when I was selling it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The popularity is up for everything. So people that are loyal to D&D, which there are people loyal to D&D because they enjoy it. I love it.
Absolutely are. No question about it.
Me personally, hey, that's a business standpoint. Like as far as like from what I understand it, and I don't know the intricacies of the contract or whatever they're doing. I'm kind of going to wait and see what they hash out, because does it affect me directly? No. Once again, this is my opinion. No. Because I'm waiting to see what they do. They're going to produce Dungeons and Dragons. They're going to produce adventures. They're going to work with companies like the big ones to continue to produce products. If Pathfinder has a uptick in adventures or money and sales and everything like that, they're going to produce popularity. Sorry, they're going to produce more things. So I'll carry more Pathfinder. Like I saw it with 4th edition because we owned the store when 4th edition was out. 4th edition, I did not like 4th edition at all. To me, it was terrible. When they came out with 5th, I was even reluctant to buy 5th. I bought it for the store, but for me to play it, when I play it, fell in love with it. All right, I loved it. Reminded me of the old stuff. So then I started selling it, and then Pathfinder went down.
Well, sure, yeah.
So, but Pathfinder went way up out of 4th edition. People didn't like 4th edition. People love 5th edition. 5th edition went up. So I don't think it'll affect me as long as I pay attention to what people want, whatever games they want. If they want more Savage World, if they want more Lamentations, if they want more Aliens, if they want something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just off at the top of my head.
No, but the important takeaway there then is your opinion is you're going to respond to what the community wants.
That's what it's a business. It's a market. So if I can't take a stand on like, well, Wizards did this, so I'm not going to sell their product. Well, no, I'm a business. Of course I'm going to sell their product. I'm not going to sell it if they do something terrible. Like I can't even imagine, like I can't even make it something, but if something just doesn't fit the community I'm at, then I'm not going to sell it. So will it affect me? Yeah, because I'm going to have to do more work and figure out what people want. Am I sitting on tons of stuff I'm not going to move? No. I'll move it. I can't get the stuff. That's the problem. I can't get Pathfinder right now. Like you said, 8 months. I'm like, ugh. So, I had to get on a pre-order list for the core rules. Like, well, if we like
saying that next print's going to be in April.
Did everybody hear that? April. So
the 2 copies that Carlos has at home are now going to be just $350 each.
Oh, yeah. Please. I shouldn't say this, but don't. I hate when people. That's price gouging. I don't like that. Like, if you have a collectible that will never be purchased or made again, yeah, market sets the price. Whatever you can get for that thing, go ahead. But if this thing's going to be printed in a couple months, guys, just wait a couple months to get the rules. PDF it, if you want. But
the players and the game masters both need copies.
I know, but just wait.
Wait till everybody can get them for a reasonable price.
Don't give that guy that bought up all the copies when he saw what was happening from Half Price Books or from here, and then he puts them online for $300 when they're coming back out. That's just wasting money. My opinion, and I'm going to get yelled at, but that's my opinion. If you want it that badly and you have to have it, go ahead. And you have the disposable income, God bless you. Go ahead and knock yourself out. But it'll be here. We'll have it like anything else. But as far as like people not buying adventures or not having the choice of adventures, I mean, would you know if you didn't? That's a weird thing. Like
the thing I think you're going to see is you're going to see the creative community moving to other game lines. So
let me go off on
instead of the community, closing down, you're going to see the community diversifying. So freelancers and creatives and publishers that were writing for Dungeons and Dragons are going to be writing for Pathfinder or this Kobold Press Black Flag product or any of the other fantasy game lines that are out there.
But anything, like all those guys that have like alternative role-playing games of any type, sci-fi, historical, D&D type, fantasy adventures or whatnot, whatever you got, they should be thrilled. They should be like, all right, what are we looking at? They should go out there to all these other guys and say, hey, these guys wrote for these guys. Now they're not, now they don't want to. Hey, let's get them to write for us, or what can you do something for us?
Clearly, Pathfinder's numbers have shown that the community is willing to spend money other places.
So Pathfinder's going to okay, we need writers for this, and they're going to approve their writers, so they're going to hire these writers. So maybe they couldn't get it on the Wizards wagon, like the big money of Wizards, I guess. Now we're going to go to Pathfinder. That's the next best thing. And then Chaosium, Call of Cthulhu.
Sure, BRP there was a big sale on the BRP books too.
Yeah, those guys, they're going to start writing, and what that is it brings these other systems to the limelight. Say, hey, try this one. Hey, this writer's writing for this. Oh, well, I like that writer. Let's go try this game.
So it might be cool then if you're a game master for any of these systems, contact the store and see if we can get you set up with a night you can run a game here.
Yeah, we have. We just. I think Josh did. He made a Cleveland RPG group.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Not Cleveland. Was it Cleveland?
Yeah, I think it's Cleveland RPG.
I don't know what's going on at the store.
Yeah, doesn't
Somebody
even
help
know,
me.
guys.
He's gonna put the link in there, right?
Yeah, it's below. Last resort.
But yeah, like so it benefits them. You know, all these other game systems to grab up all these writers, or these writers should go to any of these systems and say, hey, I'm going to write for this, or I'm going to write for that, or whatever you like. Try something different. And then if they become good enough, and I know this is very cynical. I don't want to say cynical, but this is me being a business guy. If I'm Wizards and say they get their way or whatever they want to do, right? People are going to want to still work for them. So they can pick all these good writers and say, hey, you want to come work for Wizards? I guarantee whoever they're talking to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it benefits them. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden they get that. So they will try hard. They almost want to try harder. What was that old thing with college football? College football players play harder because they want to get to the professionals.
So what you're saying
opinion.
Rising tide's going to lift all boats.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Fair.
That's what I feel. And as far as me, instead of just selling D&D, now I got people going, hey, what about all these other systems, you know? And I'm not going to lie, sometimes you deal with other systems.
Not every system's the perfect fit for every group.
No, it is not.
But there is a system out there for almost every group because there's a lot of different systems. I've talked about an awful lot of them in some of the podcasts I've done. I know Carlos has talked about quite a few too.
Yeah, I
check out some of the other videos.
Oh yeah,
there's your cross promotion, Mikey.
Yes, thank you.
Check out our videos. We can do a ton of other systems and games and everything.
John
like
reviews them very eloquently,
very in depth. I just kind of wing it. No, I'm kidding.
It's kind of the way to go.
Yeah, no. Like I'm winging right now. Probably gonna get yelled at. Yeah, that's my opinion. As far as Wizards doing whatever they want to do. I shouldn't say Wizards, Hasbro, right?
It's Wizards. Hasbro and Wizards, yeah.
In my opinion, it's business. You know, they want to make the most money they can as a business. That's what you expect businesses to do. That's what I try to do. You know, I'm not, but at the same time, you can't, you know, lack of a better word, crap on your customers, you know? So maybe they made a decision that like, whoop.
Loyal customers.
Yeah, loyal
Very
customers,
loyal.
You know? So like maybe they made a decision that was bad for them. Maybe it made a bad for customers. Do customers even like, I think we were just talking about this, but I don't think customers wouldn't have known if it wasn't such a tight knit community. If you're just buying D&D, what do you care about what the writers and the manufacturers are arguing about?
Well,
but it's such a community.
I think there's an element of that through social media, though, right?
Yeah,
because people are following people on various platforms, and when somebody looks at their livelihood being taken away, which is realistically some of what's going on here.
Oh no,
they got a strong reaction.
Yes, they do. And then when people see that, they're going to band together and say, hey, you can't do that to these guys. I like this guy. He writes good adventures, or I like reading what he has, or I like hearing what he talks about, or I like watching him do whatever he does. Don't take that away from me, because that'll make me mad. I won't buy your product.
There you go.
So that's what I think. So I mean, that's the same. We do the same thing here as a small scale. You know, it's Cleveland, so we have like a lot of game stores, so we have to compete with each other. I'm not going cutthroat against anybody else, you know. Maybe Warzone. But I'm never going to win. I mean, I don't even try to win that guy, you know, but well, yeah, we don't go cut. That's a joke, Chris. I was just joking, Chris. But you know, you can't, if you're not from Cleveland, look it up, Google it, you'll see. So, you know, I'm not going cutthroat against any of these guys. That's their livelihood. Like I've told before, I mean, I started this on the side, and the family did, and my family took and ran with it. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? You know, but I don't eat on this, but they do. So I would never mess with them. You know, if I started messing with them, their customers would get mad, or their loyal people would get mad, because it's
and
cool.
Then a brick came through the window.
Yeah, then okay, well, but yeah, you can't, you have to respond to the community, you know, like people come here because they like certain things. People go to other stores because they like certain things, you know, we just try to, and I think Hasbro, from what I've seen and what I've heard, I think they're just trying to make a business move to make the most money they can, you know, like I'd like my stock to go up, right?
They're making a greedy move, in my opinion.
See, greedy, I had this whole discussion about the word greedy. I don't think it's greedy. I think it's just business.
Greedy business.
Yeah.
Carlos, like me, grew up in the 80s. We may have a different opinion on the meaning of greed.
Yeah, like, hey,
Yeah.
if I have nothing and I can get the most I possibly can, that's not greedy. That's just business, or I'm moving forward. This is the most I can. Greedy would be like, I don't know. It's just not the definition of greedy. It's business. It's business because, the more they grow, the more somebody else grows. Is it greedy if Wizards grows and then all of a sudden they can pay their writers more or produce more products or make better things? That's not greed. That's
Depends
make it
upon
better.
whether they're using that money to do those things or
But
if
if
they're
they
just
don't-
sending it back to the investors.
Well, if they don't, then the product goes down and they lose money. So now.
Seems to be happening.
Yeah, now I'm sure somebody's going, hey, what did you say and why did you say it? Show me where this is going. I'm sure somebody's going to have an answer because I don't know why they thought that was, or, it could be a calculated move too. Because
Certainly could.
bad press any press is good press, right? So
Well,
now everybody's
that's the
talking
rumor.
about, I don't even want to talk about current things going on this podcast or YouTube channel, but here we are, John, talking about something. Current.
Because
And I know I'm going to get yelled at because I have my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
But put your opinion down in the comments if you want. I mean, we're open to it.
Yeah. So it's it's just my opinion. It's will it affect the store? Yeah, I'm sure. But it
probably
will
going to
be.
affect what's on the shelves. But
Yeah, it
you know
will
what?
definitely.
They rotate normally anyway.
Yeah. And if, and unfortunately, say the worst thing happens and Wizards or Hasbro or whoever decides that they're just going to sell their product online and they're going to cut us out of the deal or whatever. I'll be like, well, I guess there's no open tables for Dungeons and Dragons anymore. If you want to play Dungeons and Dragons, you got to pay a fee. If you want to play, I don't know, whatever other game system there is. I don't want to pick on one, but say any other game system that I sell and they work with me, I'm like, okay, then table's free. It's just business. I'm not being mean. And I'm not charging for tables, by the way, except for the private gaming room, Rusty Dragon Inn.
$25 for 4 hours.
Worth every penny.
So, yeah, I don't want to do that. So as long as, Hasbro produces products, allows me to sell them and makes good items, and anybody can do anything. It's just business. You have to adjust to it.
So there we go. Takeaway is might change what people are playing around here, might change what's on the shelves, but those are long-term ramifications. Short-term, we still have Adventure League on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Oh, yeah. Short term, we're still playing it. This is just, to me, it's just contracts. A couple of guys are arguing about contracts is what it is to me. And when the dust settles and they figure it all out, which they will because that's business and that's life, they'll figure it out. Somebody's going to be unhappy. Somebody's going to be happy. It's just the way life goes. And hopefully in the end, we all have a better product.
That's the dream.
Thanks, guys. If you like this content, or maybe not me right now, but if you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, YouTube, and anything else. We have Twitter, MeWe, Instagram. Everything. Rumble. Go on there, like us, subscribe, do all that good stuff. John always does his, is it weekly now?
Yeah, every
Pretty
Thursday.
much, yeah.
Every Thursday, you will see a me and John video.
About whatever products coming out or whatever the ideas are. We have some gameplay coming up and a bunch of other stuff. And if you really like us for $1 a month, you can support us on Patreon. It helps us get us new equipment and gets Mike a new t-shirt every once in a while.
Yeah. This is getting rusty. Crusty, rusty.
Well, maybe you
You
should
could wash it.
Well, maybe you should negotiate a new contract.
Speaking of that.
All right, guys. Later.
Bye.
Good gaming.